So this video is just gonna be a brotherly advice and a reminder that you'll regret wasting these years more than you know. And here's what I mean by that. So I just turned 19 last month, and a lot of people will still think, like, if you're an older guy, you'll still think that I'm still young and all of these things. But I feel old, right? Like, if you're a young teenager and you're like turning 19, you'll feel old. But the thing is, I like distinctly remember all of my early teenage years, like the 14, 15-year old, and I didn't exactly waste all that time like most of the today's generation is doing. Like what most of the people today are doing is like playing Roblox, watching TikTok, playing video games. That is it. And I did way better than that. Thank God I did not waste them like all of these people. Like I was mindful of the things that I'm doing, and I only did the stuff that I actually enjoyed, like not brainless scrolling, brainless TikTok, anything like that. I never used TikTok, by the way, in like all of these years. I just had it for a few months, made some silly TikToks, and just shut it down. But the main thing is that even though I did not waste my time at all, like if I told you what I mainly did, I did exercise in that time. I tried making money online by doing content writing and copywriting. I tried to learn different things by like listening to a lot of podcasts or like reading a lot of books. That's basically what I did in my early teens. Now that I recorded, yes, I did waste a lot of time as well, but it was way better than most of you or like most of the people who are wasting their time and just play video games and just to like just consume and entertain themselves for the entire day. But my point is like, why exactly will you regret wasting these years more than you know or more than you feel right now? Is because I still think that I could have done way more, and I did not even like waste that much time. And another thing is that why I think these years are so valuable for productivity is because so much time is wasted in school or like trying to get good grades that people don't really realize how much they can actually done get done and how much is their brain's potential in that age. Because I personally think that your brain is like a superhuman at that age, and you learn things so quickly that when you get older and you start to like kind of realize that your brain is now not as sharp and not as quick in learning things as it used to be, then this will hit you like a truck that you wasted so much opportunity to learn so many things in life. And that's the biggest regret that you will have if you do that. Now there's a separate debate about what you should regret or not. I'll like post a video on that soon as well. But the main thing is that if you're not doing anything productive, by productive I mean something that you're learning and you actually have to like put effort into it. I don't mean like playing competitive video games, but the only case that I would say that video games is actually good for you is if you're playing with your friends. That is it. And playing with your actual friends, like not some Discord guy you met online, like people who you've met online like in real life, and now you're playing video games with them. Because those were the best times of my life when I just hopped on Fortnite with my boy and we just played. Even like during class when teacher was like saying turn on your mic and respond to me, and that days were so fun. I don't regret them at all. But what I do regret is like not learning more things. If you're learning a lot of things and you're also like wasting time willingly or like things doing things that you actually enjoy, then it's fine. But let me tell you this one thing, that if you're playing games alone, like not with an actual person who you know in real life, if you're playing games alone, you will 100% regret that. Because those kind of things just like those things just don't even register in your memory. Like I cannot, like when I think about it, all the times which are prominent in my brain which I distinctly remember are times when I was playing with somebody else. I don't remember playing alone, and that is like clear proof that I did not enjoy that time at all. So that's what I think, that if you spend a lot of time playing video games alone, or you're like trying to grind your way up in arena and like you so then when your boy actually hops on the video game, then you like beat him down that, oh, I'm so much points higher than you or I'm better than you comparatively. Not worth it at all. Because most people hop off like the competitive scene and all of the things, like there's like a healthy competition, and some kids also think that yes, I will like become a pro player in this thing. And I will make money and all of those things. Most of you won't. That is just like a childish dream, like people who say that I will become a superhero. It's similar to that. If you're by the way, let me just make it clear, if you're not already like posting content online, if you're not like grinding specifically with this goal in mind, and you're already like researching about how the competitive scene is going in that game, not just that as well, but also like what is the best platform to stream on. If you already don't know these things, then chances are you just like the idea of playing video games and getting paid, which is not the reality of most like streamers or competitive players, because most of them now hate their life because they've invested so much time into this video game. The meta changes every week, and they just like have to play the video game, and the fun is out of it. It's like basically a sport at that point. But the point is, you like the early teenage years, especially like before 17, your body will be the best it will ever be at learning new things, and also like developing your physical body as well, but mainly mental. Because I remember how quickly I got the hang of things. A few things that I personally did was like I got into reading at that time. I like learned the Rubik's cube, like if you've seen the six colored thing, and I learned to competitively solve it, like not just like solve it and then let it go. Because most people who's like see the tutorial online and then they say that I can solve it, they do it in like a minute or half a minute and a half. I like my personal best was 13 seconds at my peak, and like it averaged at 20 seconds, and now I could probably do it in like 25 to 35 seconds. And that was what most of my mind was spent into, and it's a productive thing because like it might seem nerdy, but you have to like memorize, you have to think fast. Like, this kind of thing is very healthy for your brain at that age. And another thing I did was like card magic, that like sleight of hand and all of those things. So that thing also really helped me, because now whenever I see card magic, I can get about like 60 to 70% of what that guy did, and that is a lot. Like these kind of things are the things like now you just won't have that kind of time to invest in your life. So my entire point is that do whatever you want in those years, as long as it is productive. And by productive, I do not mean that work all the time, don't enjoy, not at all. If you have set aside time for something that you know that you like, for example, for me it was watching anime and playing games with my friends, of course. So if I had set that time, it could even be like 5 hours a day. That is fine, as long as you're spending the rest of the time not mindlessly scrolling, not mindlessly like dallying around in the house, actually doing something productive. That is fine. And if I spent that, like if I spent 5 hours playing video games and then spent another 3 hours actually building something productive, that was a productive day for me. That's the kind of mindset I want you to think like. And another thing is like, don't be overly obedient of elders around you. Like there's one thing that you should listen to your parents about most things, like cleaning your room. And because as long as you're under the roof, that's like you have to listen to the guys, because they are paying for your food, paying for your shelter, doing your laundry. These are a lot of things you can't really like. If you think about it logically, like a stranger, if he's letting you do all of those things, you will feel so grateful to that person. So with your parents, I know they're obliged to do that because you are their child, but just be a man in this thing, right? Like have some honor, some dignity, and listen to them. But don't be overly obedient in the fact that they tell you what to do in life. Or if you have a dream of becoming something, then don't let them get you out of it, or think or stop you from thinking that. Because you know what, I got good grades throughout the entire like my early teens. Nobody had to say to me anything that study, do this, do that. And I don't remember any single like literally any benefit that I got from there, other than the fact that I got good marks. Like I appreciate the learning process, and because like I have a like I like maths and I like learning new things, but for most people that's not the case. So just do the minimum amount of effort to keep your parents satisfied from your grades, and then do whatever you want productively other than that. That is literally all I'm trying to say. And the other thing is like, take some time to decide what you really enjoy, because this thing will help you so much. As did not really know what I enjoy. So I thought that I'm good at English, I'm good at writing, and I spent 3 or 4 years doing something that was all right, that was good. I made some money. But if I had started doing this thing, which is like giving advice to people, or like just sharing my thoughts online, I would be just much more fulfilled right now. And now I'm starting this out and I'm like making a lot of mistakes while speaking, and this kind of thing will eventually go away, but it just feels like I'm quite behind. I could have done this, like I could have started this earlier, but the main cause of this is this, that I didn't really take time to think about what I really enjoy. I just thought that this is something that I'm good at, I have to monetize it. I'm talking about writing. If I like really thought that what I really enjoy, then I would have maybe come to the conclusion that this is the thing, right thing for me, and start this earlier. But that's what I'm trying to say is like think a lot on what you actually like, and then set a career path close to that. That's the best piece of advice I can give you, is that self reflect. Don't waste a lot of time, like do whatever you want, but do it productively, and keep the bare minimum to keep your parents satisfied from you, which is usually just getting good grades. It is not that hard to get good grades if you like just do the homework like at the same time, because most people just like cram last minute, don't know what they're doing with their test. If you're just mindful about it, you can manage everything in that life, even leaving like a 40 to 50% of your day just for pure entertainment, and you can like still go about it. Like if you're sleeping for 8 hours, you're going to school for like the rest, like for example 8 hours as well, 16 hours you have like left over 8 hours. So in that 8 hours you can like easily set off 4 to 5 hours of pure entertainment, like playing whatever games you want, watching whatever you want, as long as you truly enjoy that thing. And the other thing, just do productively in the other time. Just build something, put any kind of effort into developing something that you'll have for the rest of your life. That is all I'm trying to say. So I hope this video was helpful, and if you like you got some valuable insight from me, let me know in the comments like what exactly did you think was helpful in this. And another thing is like if you have any criticism for me as well, I know I stutter a lot right now, and this thing will eventually go away, but let me know what you think like about the camera, anything, any criticism you have for me.